Let's get this heat set. Leonardo Fioravanti, the Italian, who's having a great campaign on the CT this year up against Carlos Munoz, who gets the opportunity again to surf in a CT contest, the Costa Rica. Another local out there in the lineup this morning, Jerome Forrest, the new dad. Let's see if he can bring some dad power to main break here. A really popular surfer in this region. This is a replay of his opening ride, Felicity, but in this zone, just so excited to see him get the call up.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, here we go. We have a replay of Carlos Munoz first wave, and he's had some really close finishes. He's had second a few times. I think he even had a surf off against Jack once. So to finally see him crack it, everyone in Western Australia is so behind him.
Well, here is a ride for Jerome now, driving off the bottom. And this guy, well, he spends a lot of time on roofs, working as a rooftop plumber. And well, he's attacking the roof of this wave. Some nice vertical hits there, flowing beautifully through to that inside. And he only had a 2.83 on his first wave. That's a bit more like it from Jerome, and we'll see what kind of number he can drop here. His board kind of rode over the top of it. So he's got a replay here of his 5.5 from earlier on. Love the way he's just setting up those more critical hits into the bowl.
Yeah, I mean, Jez is probably just loving being out at main break and it not being crowded. I mean, on a day like today, letting us have the break today, and these surfers being able to use it. And here we're seeing a replay of one of Leo's waves, and this was his 6.67, so nice surfing there.
Yeah, just the control that Caio was touching on there, just the commitment. Look, his back foot almost drifting to that outside rail, which can really throw you off. So these surfers are just hell-bent on finishing off those really critical turns.
Oh, just the recovery after something like that. The airdrop, his back foot slipped, like that takes serious skill. And
it's good to see Jacob, local boy, on country, representing Latin country, and like I say, him coming down to the things, it's been great.
Well, here goes Jerome. He had a 5.5 on his previous ride. Starting to look like he's building some confidence on those attacking back. He's a new dad. He told me that he hasn't been sleeping too well, taking on that role of being the ears of the house. Any noise when you got a newborn will kind of wake you up. But have a look at this. Looking left, ducking in and getting a long ride through the pit there. Jerome Forrest unable to find the exit. Great. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's 60,000 years of custodianship. So obviously an incredibly deep connection to the country as we see Carlos out. And he's really looking to just get himself a decent ride that's going to put him in a position to make a strike for a top two finish here. And this is a bit more like it from the Costa Rican who hammers that end section. It's such a tricky one to get right. Felicity, you can overcommit sometimes, push a little bit too hard, and on that occasion, Carlos struggling.
Getting a few words from Mitch Thorson, and if anyone knows this break and has experience out there, it's him. So, I mean, I'm sure that he's given the word to Carlos on what waves to pick, and we're just seeing a replay here now of that last wave. I mean, he got 3 nice solid turns in here, but yeah, just came to this end section and...
Leonardo Fioravanti kicked off things with a 6.67. This is a guy with big committed turns who's putting together quite a campaign on the CT at the moment, and he's driving into this one. Doesn't go all the way to the base of the wave because he wants to maintain some speed for some big rips off the top here. This wave not cooperating too much in the opening stages, but he does get a nice finish on it.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a nice backup wave. It's come through at a 5.4. I just don't think he's really had the right wave yet to open. Wind's massively playing a big part into this. It actually does. Look, I know because I've been out there a lot in these sort of conditions that it's hard on a day like today. I mean, you're watching it right now and it looks pristine, it looks clean, but when you're out there, there's wind blowing up the face of the wave, there's water in your eyes, there's sun in your eyes here, and it's really tricky for these surfers right now. So, I mean, that's why boards are looking a little chapped.
Had a runner-up finish at Pipe, the first stop of the season. And, his hard work over there on the North Shore really paying off, as we see One of the winner of the trials up again. Trying to better a 3.07 here. He's in a dangerous position, even though he's holding on to a qualifying spot at the moment.
He sets the pace for the rest of your wave. And look, we're getting a look here at this replay. Hard off the bottom, and see, he just gets caught up, and that's that wind I'm talking about. You know, it's
got to look at Carlos, who's had opportunities this year as one of the replacement surfers. And he's back in 30th position on the rankings and needs to crack the semi-finals, even to have a chance at getting above the cut line. As we get back to live action here, and it is the winner of the trials, just finding a nice flow off the bottom. Looking like he was able to kind of really just drive that board with complete freedom, not having to deal with those bumps on that ride.
So here we go, we're having a look at the replay, and it's just speaking to that wind again. He probably thinks he's in the right position, but misses it, and Jerome absolutely capitalising on this wave. It was a good-looking wave too. It had a really nice bowly section to it, and all about that second turn there, straight up into that third one, throwing so much spray. Nice little cut back there, and yeah, just bringing it through to the inside. So Jerome capitalising on that mistake there from Carlos.
Yeah, Carlos, I saw him chatting with Mitch Thorson, obviously a really one of WA's best.
It means Caio can mean yes, it can mean hello, and it can mean welcome at the same time. So yeah, much like aloha as well.
And what about another one, mate, that you can drop on us?
Oh well, look, there's many words, but I guess the best one would be with Warrington. Warrington is the ocean, so it's what we're here to do and celebrate today. So yeah, so Warrington being the ocean.
And this particular piece of ocean is unbelievable. Always gives us big conditions, throws a whole lot of energy our way. There's a former winner, Adriano de Souza, and he's been working with Leonardo, and that's a much better ride. Adriano liked it, just a complete wave, and Leo with a minute and 20 to go might just make his way to the beach.
Here we go, we're having a look at this replay here, and this was a really well surfed wave. I mean, it just looked really well put together. No bauble bits, just beautiful surfing, nice flow in between his turns, and variety as well, mixing it up with that layback there, bringing it through to the inside, and you can tell I reckon he's got to be happy with that wave. Definitely, in my eyes, the best wave surfed of the heat, I'd say. Beautiful turn there.
Yeah, it felt like he didn't oversurf this one. You know, I think everyone wants to go out there when they see the conditions looking so good and just get on the attack. But there is that texture on the water from that strong offshore breeze this morning, and Leo really settled into this ride. I love the mix-up and the variation. That is a really, heavy back foot that he's throwing into that turn.
Yeah, wow. I mean, scores coming through now, an 8-point ride. I mean, excellent, in the excellent range, and yeah, great variety on that way.
Basically just getting amongst it. So especially down towards the Burnup area. That's one of my favourites because you can get down on the beach, especially around this time because there's nyari, there's salmon on the way. So it's always good, and I've been promising myself to get out there. So yeah, I think I'll be doing that later on today.